Come, little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of shadows.
Hey guys, it's me, Blue. I want to do something a little bit spooky for my TBR, mostly because I am doing my TBR for the Monsterathon 2019. Hopefully this is the first, and yeah, first year of many in the Monsterathon. Now the Monsterathon takes place, I'm sorry, you have to compete with the train, and I think there's a buzzsaw over there. But the Monsterathon actually takes place from the 1st of September to the last of September. But yeah, to get us into the mood for something spooky. So I am filming here in my town cemetery, and I'm actually in the oldest part of the cemetery to show respect for the loved ones who have gone before, who still have people living here in town. This cross actually, oh my gosh, these bugs are crazy. It rained all day today, so it's been a little bit crazy with the bugs today. So this cross, like pretty much directly behind me, that angle, this cross right here is one of my favorites, and that one is a former mayor who passed away, I think almost like 100 years ago. So I am in the, oh gosh, these bugs, the oldest part of the cemetery. So yeah, also the most ornate in the cemetery, so I wanted to kind of be cool. Anyway, so I'm gonna get to my TBR because I want to get out of these bugs really badly, and they're just getting worse. So like I said, the TBR, the Monsterathon, oh my gosh, these bugs are crazy. Ah! Might even drop the hood just to get them away from me. So the Monsterathon was started this year by Kate over at Chapter Kate. I am sweating profusely, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna leave links to her and the 5 other hosts down below so that you can go check out their TBRs and their information. I am on the haunt. I'm so sorry, this is supposed to be a little bit more professional, and it's not, because the bugs are going to eat me alive. Ironic that I'm on Team Haunts and I'm being attacked by bloodsuckers. Interesting. Anyway, so along with our team book, which is Unnatural Creatures by Neil Gaiman. Sorry, I'm gonna lose all my lipstick by the end of this video, I can tell. And we each have a section out of that to read. Instead of doing points this year, we are doing villagers slain. So I'm super excited for that, because it means I'm probably going to make a lot of Trogdor jokes. And if you don't know who Trogdor is, look him up. Really cool, really funny. Okay, so now the train is gone. Hopefully the bugs have subsided a little bit. Our first category is classic creatures, and that is you know, any kind of classic movie monster, mummies, vampires, zombies, whatever. And what I'm doing for that is hunting Prince Dracula. My next one is What Big Eyes You Have, and it took me a while to find one that I kind of really wanted to read, because they're really thick books, but I'm not really interested in most of them. So that one I picked a book called Poison Study, which I'm going to be reading for another prompt on another readathon this month. Thirdly is Chimera, which is a book that falls under multiple genre, and I'm choosing, holy cow, these things are descending like rain, like it's just raining bugs, it's insane. And I'm reading God Save the Queen, which somebody recommended to me, and apparently it falls under like steampunk and fantasy and sci-fi and a bunch of other categories. So I'm reading, the next one is The Real Monsters, and I'm reading, and that's about monstrous humans, and the book I'm reading for that is called 10 Days in a Madhouse, which is one that has been on my TBR list for ages. It's one that I really wanted to read, and it's a nonfiction, I believe, and so I'm super excited about that. The next one is called Unsightly. Oh, this one I actually have. I'm super excited for this. Is a book, a graphic novel, manga, or something featuring monsters. And I'm reading this one, which my husband has been after me to read forever. And it's called Bigfoot Bill, Shadow of the Mothman. And I have been wanting to read it for a while. This is by Doug Tenable. And if you ever watched Earthworm Jim growing up, that's him. He's the one who created Earthworm Jim. So super excited to have that on my TBR and to be able to read that. Oh, I have makeup everywhere. I'm so sorry. I don't do makeup well, and it doesn't do well in heat, which is very hot today. Okay. So number 6 is Angry Mob, and that is one that was recommended by more than one person. And I don't know if you can tell that my hood is red, but I chose the book Scythe or Thunderhead, depending on which one I can get at the time. I think probably Thunderhead. We'll have to see what happens. They are both rereads, but they're both really good, so it's kind of, I'm excited to read them anyway. Sacrifice. Now, Kat reads a lot. K-A-A-T reads a lot, and I'm going to leave a link to her video down below. Just did a big unhaul of like middle grade books. And I'm like, there are things touching me, and I'm worried that there are snakes out here. And I'm not worried, I'm not scared of snakes, but I don't want to be in their domain. So, Sacrifice is a book that you've seen in an unhaul video. Now, I don't watch a lot of unhaul videos, and I really should, because there are people giving up books to, you know, that they've liked or that they have gotten tired of or don't plan on reading again, to someone else or to a library or donated. And I think that's a really great cause. So, so Kat reads a lot. Did an unhaul, and she gave some to her little sister, and she did this one, which is called Princess Academy. And I have owned this for a couple months now, and I really wanted to read it, and I just haven't had the excuse, and now I do. So thank you, Kat. Next one is the 3 teams that we're doing. Now my team, obviously, because I'm sitting in a cemetery or on the outskirts of a cemetery, is the haunts. I am trying to be extra spooky. And like sundown is in like less than half an hour, so I'm trying to be out of here by then. But I did want to be here kind of during twilight, which I kind of am, which is fun. So there are 3 teams, and the teams are the Beasts, which is led by Kate herself and one other person, and I can't remember her name, and I'm sorry. And the Conspiracies, which is, so you have the 3 different like levels of monsters. You have the Beasts, which are like the werewolves and the other things that go bump in the night. You have the Haunts, which are the dead or the undead, and then you have Conspiracies, which are your aliens and robots. So I'm being, so the Beast is a book with a monster or plant, or a monster that has plant or animal properties. And I'm using 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea because of their giant kind of kraken creature, has octopus possibilities, and I've never read it. Like, I'm ashamed to say that I've never read it, so I'm super excited by that. Secondly, number 9 is The Haunts. That's my team, and we have to read a book that's contains a dead or undead creature, and I had so many for this, and none of them are available at my library. So I'm choosing to read a book called Girl of Nightmares, and it's the sequel to a book that I read this month called Anna Dressed in Blood, and it's so good. If you have a chance to read it, read it. It's so good. And finally, Conspiracies, which is your aliens and robots, and I finally get a chance to read Illuminate. Like, I've tried to read it like 3 or 4 times, and it's just comes due before I get a chance to read it. So that's my TBR list, as well as picking up, obviously, a copy of Unnatural Creatures by Neil Gaiman. And I am going to get out of here because I am surrounded by bugs, and I am worried that somebody around here is going to call the cops because they think I'm doing some kind of ritual. So I'm going to say goodbye. If you like this video and you want to see more, I know that this month there are different video challenges, and I'm probably going to hopefully do them all. Give me a like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 100. I am super close. Yeah, and support your local library. I'll talk to you again soon. Knowledge is power. Bye-bye.